All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to those who elect. Now, I was just thinking, on a few scriptures, basically having to do with diligence, and putting your hand to the plow, because, hey, as we know, the scriptures say many are called, but few are chosen. And, this work that we've been called into is the greatest work that we can ever do on the planet Earth. This is really is way more important than your job, any financial investments that you have. All right. Because this is a spiritual investment, and the benefits that we're going to receive to this are going to greatly outweigh all the hell that we've been through. All right. Outweigh all the money that you could ever make in this world, all the women you could ever get. All right, this is really what is going to benefit us eternally, So just wanted to go into a few scriptures, basically, giving this your all. Once you put your hand to this, once you've been called, you got to stick this out into the end. There's no going back into the world. All right, you can never really even go back into the world, man. Once you have this knowledge, all right, your view, how you look at life is always going to be changed. Yeah. So this is it. This is the truth. So, hey, I'm going to start off with Luke.
You want me to read it instead?
Yeah, you can start at, let me see, 58. Start at 57.
Yeah. Luke 9:57, and it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yahushai said unto him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head. Mm-hmm. And he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go bury my father. Yahushua said unto him, Let the dead bury the dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High.
Yeah, basically, hey, you gotta put this truth first. All right. Nobody's saying that obviously if an emergency comes up, you gotta do what you gotta do. But these people walking around in this world, they are spiritually dead. You can't concern yourself with these spiritually dead people. You can't use that as an excuse to not do this work. You can keep going.
Yep. It says, and another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. And Yahushua said unto him, No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
Yeah, and the plow, was a tool, a farming tool they used to use, all right, to till the ground. And basically, it's a metaphor, an analogy, man, for saying once you put your hand to this work, you can't let anything else, all right, get in the way of the time that you're dedicating to the Lord, because this flesh, you get Galatians, because this flesh will want to make you 5:17, Galatians 5:17, because this flesh will make you want to, you may wake up for camp, you may be feeling tired, or you may have had a long day the night before, you know what I'm saying? This flesh will try to give you an excuse not to do the work, but once we put our hand to the plow, you can't look back.
Yep.
All right? Meaning, hey, you got to give this truth your all.
Galatians 5:17, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
Yeah, so ultimately, that's why Yahushua was so great, because he conquered the flesh. But us being in this flesh, we're continuously trying to conquer our flesh as well, doing the best we can. So that's why you got to stay locked into the spirit, because the flesh will try to make you do contrary to what your spirit wants to do. Because your spirit knows making videos and going to camp is the right thing, but your flesh will always try to give you an excuse not to do it. All right? But we can't do that. All right? Going back to Luke, once we put our hand to this plow, that's it. The scriptures say better, how's it go? Better would have been for him not to know the way of righteousness.
Yeah, it'd been better for him to not know. You want me to grab it? Look for it real quick.
Yeah. Better would have been for him to not know the way of righteousness, than to, try to find that. Real quick as well, can you get, I'll just get this then. Because Galatians was talking about, staying in the spirit or not letting your flesh consume you. And that's how you continue to put your hand to the plow, is if you stay locked in to this word.
I found
All right, this is Proverbs 16:3. It says, "Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established." So as long as we continue to commit our works, all right, to the Lord, commit our mind to the Lord, He's gonna guide our thoughts. He's gonna guide us in the right way. You know, that's why you got to stay locked in on this word. If you're so locked in on what you got going on in this life, then you're gonna lose focus of what the most important thing is.
Yep. 2 Peter 2:21, for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness, than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
Yeah, so that's why we can't look back once we put our hand to this plow. All right, because now that we're in this truth, you know, essentially we made an oath to the Lord. You know, we have no choice but to stick it out into the end. Because if we bug out and go back into the world, the Lord's going to give us a harsh ass punishment, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and beaten with many stripes, like the scriptures say. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I got this one real quick. 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall. Because we're supposed to give diligence to make. Because we all that are in the truth were called, and we just have to keep our hand on the plow to the very end to know if we're chosen or not. You know, because like the scriptures say, let no man take thy crown. Because you brought out Galatians 5:17. Because the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You know, and I made a video on the spirit sustaining the infirmities, because ultimately you're the whole point of us in this truth, for us to actually keep our hand on the plow, the spirit has to overcome the flesh. Even when Yahweh Shai was tempted in the desert, when he was fasting, he had to overcome the flesh. You know, because what Satan he was attacking his flesh.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
Come on, you want me to get something else?
I don't really have nothing else, but hey, still going into the Luke 9. Because I was thinking, when you look back,
I got something.
That's what Lot's wife did.
Yeah.
All right. She looked back, and you see what happened to her. She turned into a pillar of salt. And I'm just reading the verse again. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. Right. So it goes to show the quality that you got to have. It says, is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. Meaning the men that are fit are the men that are not even going to be thinking about looking back. Meaning we're going to be focused, all right, on pushing that plow, essentially, which is doing the Lord's work.
Yep, I got one.
Okay.
Sirach 5:7. Were you gonna bring out a plow?
Nah, it's just a tool. I looked it up.
Sirach 5:7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Right, and we clearly know that we're around the time that day of vengeance is on its way.
Yeah.
So that's why it's the most important. All right, these are basic scriptures, but these are the ones that ultimately are going to help you get through it all. As long as you stay focused, all right, it said, and put not off from day to day. Because it's easy to, hey man, you know, a day goes by, 2 days go by, if you're not reading, it's easy to, you can tell when you're not in the spirit. You know, you can tell when the Lord's presence, you know what I'm saying, is not really there with you, you know, and it's not a good feeling, man.
No,
so it's better to continuously stay in this word, even if it be, right, just waking up and reading a verse a day. These people out in these world, they don't get the full power that this book has. All right? We're the only people that truly can read this word, and it's spiritually uplifting us.
Yeah. If I could say, because I had actually mentioned it earlier in a video that I made, how the word isn't sealed unto us. You know, it's not made a snare unto us. We actually can get something out of it every time we open it and read it. You know, and like I just read in Sirach 5, make no tarrying to turn from the Lord, and put not off from day to day, because that's the whole point. What? Keep your diligence, man. You know, diligence to make your calling and election sure. You know, because that's the whole point of us. Apostle Paul said it best. He said, for the Most High, let me grab it. Can I grab it real quick?
Yeah, and I'll just get this.
Yeah.
Because in Luke 9, you know, that man was talking about, you know, burying his father and all that. Well, family members, we're going to receive all of that tenfold, you know. As I believe that's what it said in Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew 19.
You know, we're going to receive everything. Ultimately, we're going to have an abundance of it. All right? Way more than we could ever ask for in the kingdom of heaven. This is Matthew 6:33. It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So everything ultimately that we lost in this world is going to be added unto us in the kingdom of heaven. In the kingdom of heaven, man, we know it's not 20 years away. It's not 15. It's not 10. We only have a little bit more time left. So if you think about it, these people in the world, they put all their investments, so that 10 years, 20 years down the line, they're going to be millionaires and billionaires. Well, we're saying in just a few years, man, we're going to be the rulers of the universe with Yahweh Shai. All right? Mm-hmm. And all you got to do is read this word. So how great, how hard should you be going to receive that crown?
Mm-hmm. I got 3 more precepts. Do you want to close out with these?
Mm-hmm.
1 Thessalonians 5:8. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, which we know love is the keeping of the commandments. Faith in Yahweh Shai is our righteousness now. Mm-hmm. Romans 3rd chapter. And for an helmet, the hope of salvation. Hope is confidence in the future. We have confidence in the future of us being saved. For the Most High hath not appointed us to wrath. So those us that were called, we weren't called to wrath. We weren't called into this to be destroyed. That's our faith. We believe that we were called into this for salvation. According to the scriptures, it says, "Bet to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him." Right, and for us to live, with him right now, we're doing it in spirit because we're serving him. We're prophesying. We have his testimony, so that's why we're out here prophesying. That's how we're living like that. You see, but in the kingdom, he'll actually be here with us again. You see, but what the whole point of us being called into this. It's even mentioned in 1 Corinthians, it said, "He who have called you into the fellowship of his son," talking about the Most High, Yahweh, called us into the fellowship of his son, Yahweh Shai. He called us into this to keep our hand on the plow, not to give up halfway and go back into wickedness, man. Mm-hmm. We were called in to give diligence.
Was that the last one?
That was the last one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but that was pretty much the point. Keep your hand to the plow. Mm-hmm. All right, stay focused. Like that man that was trying to follow Yahweh Shai. You're going to have to give up a few things, but ultimately we're going to gain. The Lord is just doing this all as a test. Yep. So with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying. Mm-hmm. All right, want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to those who elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.